Alright, this is a video on Duan old pit inkstones. Duan stones come from a series of low mountains. There are literally dozens of pits. The best three are the Laokong, this one, the old pit, Kongzai, and Mazikong. Some of the others are Zhuangdi, Gouda stone, Song pit. This particular stone has been mined for the last 1200 years. It's like 850 AD, and it has particular characteristics. It comes from a pit that's flooded most of the year, and it goes under the river about 3/4 of a kilometer, I believe, or maybe closer to half a kilometer, and it's about 300. It goes down about 75 to 100 meters, and the pit has only been open for certain periods of time. It was reopened in 1979 and closed in the early 2000s. Before that, it was opened in the early 1900s. This limits the amount of stones ever been taken out, and but this recent time they really went in and took a lot of stone, and there's not much left because of that. And just greed and stuff like that. But you can't blame the Chinese because they've been poor for a long time. Anyway, so this stone has certain features. You can clearly see the scorch mark. This is the called horsetail scorch mark, and it's got this faint whitish area in here. And it's called banana white, and then in there you can barely see them. They're like these marks, and that's known as green flowers. These are effects of the water, and that tells you that the stone is a really nice quality stone for grinding ink. On the back, it has a nice pattern to the stone. Up here, it has a blue tint. You can see the pattern. You can see these faint little darkish marks. Stone is really, old pit doesn't make much of a sound, but this is what you from like kind of a scrap piece from a larger stone. Still, it's a high quality stone even for old pit. One thing about eyes on stones, eyes are beautiful, but they don't affect the quality of stone. These features I pointed out do affect the quality of this stone. Here's another small old pit stone. It's got yet again different features. One thing about old pit stones is that a lot of times they have like a whitish or grayish look to them, especially when dry, and that's because clay has been leached out of the stone. And one of the things about the old pit stone is it doesn't absorb a lot of moisture because it already has, So because of that, your ink doesn't dry out, And another feature is you can grind this ink in a room that's below freezing temperature, and the ink will not freeze. A couple hundred years ago that was important because in a lot of places didn't have interior heat, So this has other features. This one's banana white. You can see these whitish marks. And these are, I don't know how they translate properly into Chinese from Chinese to English, but like hard specks, these pinkish things here. And it's also got the greenish flowers, and on the back, you clearly see the banana white throughout it here. It has and then another feature of old pit is this greenish stuff that's mixed with white, and that's from calcium compounds being leached out of the stone and coagulating in one particular area. These pinkish areas are actually hard, but they're actually good looking. This is a plain stone. I'm slowly carving the edge around here. I got it from Australia, and the guy sent it in this box, in this box, just stuffed in an envelope, a manila envelope, so the box broke and it got crushed. Fortunately, the stone wasn't damaged. It was only 35 bucks. Another thing is when the boxes get warped or anything like that, you know, sometimes they warp. I just put a little clay under there, and it evens it out and stops it from rocking if you're grinding ink. Here's another old pit stone, which I really love. This comes in a sandalwood box. It smells beautiful. This one actually is the phoenix pattern carved in the top. This one has melons, you know, nicely done. You know, you can see they're articulated well. To you know, and but this one actually I'm recarving this because I thought it was really badly carved. So I just got done with the head. But here you can see how an outline of what I like to call it looks like a bird here. Here's like the chest, and comes up, and here's the head, you know, and there's like an eye, and there's like a little heart there. Just that one line. But here you can see the thing has actually got a white tinge to it. That's banana white, and then these dark spots, they look like what they call rose hips. They're called rose hip spots. It also has the other green flowers and other various features. This stone is very, very high quality. It grinds the most wonderful ink, and you know, it's just hard to describe how. I mean, like bottled ink is just a joke compared to the ink that this stone grinds. I like it because it has like kind of a chocolatey look to it, but it's a wonderful stone. I'll move on to my last stone. This is a very, very high quality old pit stone, and it hopefully I can do it before time runs out. These run about $4,000 or $5,000. It has ice crack pattern. You can see they're like these white lines that run through it. Sometimes there are little holes in the stone, and that's from the calcium carbonate coming out. You can see the scorch marks. It has little white marks that look like little feathers. They're called goose green flowers. On top of it, the stone's got a fish brain freeze, and it means the stone is very, very delicate. It feels softer than baby skin. It's a wonderful, wonderful stone. The carving is impeccable. You can see on the bird here, look at the detail of the chest here. And let's see if I can get it here. You see the lines of detail? That's one of the things that makes Duan stone great. It can take extreme detail. Here's the back, wonderfully carved. And the sides, you know, the rind. That's another thing that forms like when they let it sit for a while after mining it, and they come back. That's just an oxidation layer that allows the water to penetrate. So these are wonderful stones. I'll go into this particular stone in another video. You can see the crack marks. If you can get one stone like this, really wonderful. They usually come in really high quality wood boxes like this one, where very hard wood. When you move it around, the light shifts on it. Just a really nice inkstone. Grinds ink beautifully. Bottle ink just feels ridiculous compared to this. Alright, stay tuned for more videos. If you have any questions, check out my Twitter feed. I don't have G+, and I'll try to answer them. Alright, take care.